Hi, it's Maria from the River Forest Public Library back again with another craft tutorial. This week we're going to be making something that is incredibly versatile and I've been doing for many years, and that is making paper flowers. More specifically, making these paper daisies. I've gone ahead and made two projects that include paper daisies just so that you can see them in action. The first is this awesome minimalist wreath that I made using a gold hoop that I have on hand. And then the second one is a super simple Mother's Day card that I made for my mom. These paper flowers are super easy to make and add beauty to any project that you're completing. Let's go ahead and get started. For this project, you will need paper of any color of your choosing, a pair of scissors, a pencil, and a glue stick. Part of the reason why these flowers really pack a punch is that we're not just doing one layer of each component, we're really doubling up to make it more 3D and more robust. So the first step of this project is to create the base of the flowers, so that means the longer petals that you see. My piece of paper is roughly 5 inches by 6 inches. So just take your paper and fold it in half, and then fold it in half again. And you'll end up with a tiny rectangle. Then in the bottom corner of your paper, again, this is the corner where everything is connected, you're gonna make a semicircle with 2 bunny ears. This is what it should look like. The circle is going to be the center of our flowers, and these bunny ears are actually gonna be the petal. Now that you have this semicircle and the petals traced out, it's time to cut them out. So using a pair of scissors, go in and cut the outline out. This is what it should look like now that it's cut out. Just unfold it, and you'll see you have the base of your daisy. The next step is to repeat this process and create a second layer. If they're not the exact same, that's totally fine. And we now have the second layer of our daisy. So layered on top of each other, they look something like that. Now that we have our 2 base layers cut out, what I like to do to give it a more 3D quality is to pinch and crease the ends of our petals. So just take the ends of the petal, pinch it, and crease it a little bit so that it stands up. So just go all the way around your petals and give it a little crease at the tip. And the same with the bottom layer. All right. Now that they're all pinched, figure out which one you want to put on top. Take your glue stick and glue them together. The next step is to create the middle part of your daisy. The first step is to cut out a few rectangles from your goldenrod paper. My rectangles are about 2 inches by 3 inches, and just repeat the process that you had with the base layer, but with the goldenrod layer. So just fold it in half, and fold it in half again. And where the piece of paper meets in that bottom corner, you're gonna make your semicircle. You're gonna be making bunny ears, but these bunny ears are gonna be considerably shorter. So just make short yet squat bunny ears. So again, that semicircle in the corner, and this time we're doing shorter and squatter bunny ears. And just cut it out. And this should be one layer of the center of your daisy. So just plop it down for now, and continue the same process with your second layer. Just layer them on top and you have this component complete. For this centerpiece, I actually don't grab and pinch like I did before. I just position them the way that I want and then glue them together. And then actually glue them inside your daisy. And this is what your daisy should look like at this point. We are almost complete. And the only thing that we're missing is the center frilly bit. The center frilly bit is kind of like the stamen of the flower. Take another piece of your goldenrod color and cut out a circle. Now that you have your circle cut out, we're just going to be making small snips all around the exterior of your circle. These snips should be very close together, but should never actually meet the center so that you actually cut it in half. And now that we have the snips, we're actually just going to be rolling them into the center so that they stick up. So here's what mine looks like. Doesn't need to be perfect, but again, we have these small snips that we folded towards the center, so it gives it some depth and some texture. The next and final step is to glue it right smack dab in the middle Now that our flower is complete, what I like to do is add a few leaves for embellishment. So let me do that real quick. So here's what my leaves look like. Just like the outer petal of our daisy, I'm going to pinch and crease the very ends of these leaves so that they have a more 3D quality. So just layer them together, and then using your glue stick, just glue them on the back of the daisy so that your daisy has something to sit on. And here it is, our finished daisy with a few 3D leaves behind it. Now that you have your flower complete, the only thing to do is assemble your project. There are a number of ways to use these 3D flowers. The first example was this Mother's Day card that I used. It's just 3 of the daisies that I made glued on top of this scalloped piece of paper. A super easy card that you can give to your mom or anyone that you want to impress. And then the second example is this super cute daisy wreath that I made. This is just 5 paper daisies that I made that I then hot glued onto this metal ring. I really hope you give this paper flower a try. There are a million ways to use a paper flower. Thanks so much for watching, and we'll see you guys later. Bye!